Bitcoin update, because things in the Bitcoin arena have been quite exciting. So let's recap. Remember, I gave a prediction when we were about here, and I was thinking that the action of Mars could cause us to have the kind of pullback that a lot of people were expecting, because Bitcoin has been growing. You know, it has absolutely surged up through the 40s from being hovering around 32,000 for a while. It surged up through the 40s up to 44, and I was thinking there could be a little bit of a pullback. However, it seems that the action of Sun in Libra squaring Bitcoin Sun in Capricorn caused some upward pressure, which hadn't happened in previous years. But what I think we have going on here is the effect of Jupiter nearing the Venus of Bitcoin is beginning to kick in. So I said there'd be a pullback on around the 5th, 6th, or maybe around there, possibly the 7th. And as you can see here on the 7th, there was a little bit of a pullback, and I believe that Mars squaring the Sun has been what's keeping Bitcoin in check over the last few days. So it's almost like it's wanting to shoot up. You can see today it's just pulling back again. It's sort of been hovering around this 54, 55, 56 level. So I think that as soon as Mars has moved off, it will begin to shoot up again. However, there's the date I mentioned, the 16th. So we're thinking maybe day before, day after the 16th, there could be a pullback. But then I think there's nothing really stopping it, and we could see all-time highs. Now, a date that I mentioned that could be a very good date for Bitcoin was around the 23rd or 24th of October, because sometimes you see a shoot up. So I'm thinking that day could be quite powerful for a surge in Bitcoin. Now, the other reason is there's that very big Chinese construction company, Everglen. Is it Everglen or something? It's not Everglade, it's Everglen, I think it's called. And they are 370 odd billion in debt, and I think their interest payments are due at about a huge level, about 14 to 16 billion interest payments every month. There's an interest payment due on the 23rd. They might default, and it's going to be very interesting to see how the contagion affects the markets in the Far East. They're not generally taking loans from banks in the West, but you never know, because these things usually spread. So I'm thinking maybe the rise in Bitcoin could be related to any market volatility stemming from whatever happens with Everglen. So let's look out for that. So as I say, Mars, obviously the bullish action was so strong that even with Mars, it couldn't drag it back down into the 30s or whatever. It has kept it in check. Mars coming along sort of arrested the surge, definitely. It's held it in check. I think it would like to surge forward and hit all-time highs, and that could happen apart from around the 16th, when I think there could be another stall. If it does fall back, it could be to the regions of like 50, also 52. If it falls back, I don't think we're going to see a big pullback into the high 40s as possible, but we probably will only see a pullback as far as 52,000 before a surge. I'm feeling very bullish about Bitcoin going through the next 3 months. So the rest of October, November, December, I think we're going to see some very bullish action with all-time highs. All the positive planetary connections are getting into gear. Mars shouldn't be creating any more disruptions. Even the Mars disruption we had on the 6th was only able to keep it in check and hold it back a little bit, which in previous years it's caused quite a few percentage points drops, maybe like up to an 8 percentage point drop when Mars squared the Sun in previous years. But now it didn't do much, as you can see from that small red candle, but it just kept it in check. So let's watch out for the 16th in terms of a bump, maybe just late 15th, early 17th, and then let's hold on and see what happens on the 23rd. Hopefully we break new all-time highs around there, and then it's excitement going into the rest of the year, seeing how high this can go and if we can get 3 figures.